Alright, I'm back with one more game. It's much shorter, so I should be able to finish it this evening. Turns out playing multiple things in a day where I'd rather be sleeping is tough. I have played this before, but it was so long ago that I played it that I forget almost all of it. So it'll be like I'm playing it for the first time. I did discover one thing. When you beat the game on normal... Oh, that was fast. When you beat the game on normal, it doesn't unlock the achievements for clearing it on easy. You have to play it on easy separately. And I could do that, but I'm not. I'm trying to remember this one. I think it's the one where it's like a scrolling shooter and the camera keeps moving around. I think it's the one where you pilot a robot that had its legs chopped off. Let's find out. Is that this one? What kind of options? English. So, I'm gonna keep it up. Like, I'd like the Japanese audio, that'd be cool. But I don't want the Japanese text. Wait, audio setup? Mr. Volume, voice volume? Ah, no independent language select. Controls, what are my controls? Shoot with R2. Nope, this one. Slash with L2. Dash with L1. Spherical lock, R3. EX attack. Okay, shoot you. Yeah, alright. Or original mode, you could use the face buttons. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Ooh. A mode with readied controls for playing on the PS4. Recommended for first timers. Or original mode with the face button controls. I don't think there was different achievements for playing the different modes. So I think it doesn't matter. I think it's just the controls are different. Well, whatever, I'll do arrange mode. Because that's the buttons that I just learned about. Yeah, let's play the prologue. Let's skip the tutorial, but we'll play the prologue. Oh, it's Japanese audio anyway.
ようそろ、あんたとの腐れ縁が切れなくて残念だよ、社長。
自分も無事です。けど、こんな調子じゃ時間の。なんだとこのピザ野郎、気持ちが負けてんだよ。よし、10秒以内に面白いこと言ってみろ。10、9。
12時情報で爆発。衝撃波に備えて。
戦艦の破片リダークスが落とされたんじゃないのか。父うるせえな。死後現金の明るい職場にされたいか。邪魔なやつだけ撃ち落とせ。
And yes, this is the game I thought it was.
レーダーに反応。くそ、なので見つかっちまったんだ。
離れろよ、この。
ダメだ、こいつらには弾が効かない。ここまでのようだね、社長。
塩らしいこと言ってんじゃねえ。 弾が通らなきゃぶった切れ。
来たってのか。
Ooh, I can hold it down.
マジかよ。自分でも天才だとは思ってた。
あんたにはいつも驚かされる。
今の俺なら戦艦だって切れちまうな。惚れるんじゃねえぞオリガン。
身内くどくほど頭やられてんのかい大将。
なんだと、この町は俺のなんてことしやがる。ファイル
地球から移植されたのか。
フィオエストオリガン、今行くぞ。
あんたみたいにはいかないか。こんなとこまでついてくるんじゃなかったな。惚れてねえよバカ野郎。
オリガン、勝手に死んだら許さねえぞ。返事しろオリガン。
It disabled my blade thing.
まだ落ち
They needed me to take some damage there.
このままくたばってたまるかよ。
パパ、
フィオなのか。
パパ、そのままこっちに。
エスト、お前たち生きて。
Chapter 0, Turning Point.
なんだこの機体は。
乗って。早く乗って。
お前たちが動かしてるのか。
姉さん。いいよ、行って。パパを守って。
フィオ、なんだろう。引き返せ。エスト置いていくな。
姉さんなら大丈夫。追っ手が来たわ。パパ、少しだけ力を貸して。
Oh, I can no longer hold down slashy slash. But I can mash it. This is a lot of controls to keep track of. It'll give me a present if I can do a stage without taking damage. Probably not the prologue. But I'll give it my best on a level 1.
超高速ドライブ起動に入ったわ。あと少し。あと少しで
Oh, here's
地
the
球に
lore
着くから
dump. Here's the lore dump that comes so fast I had to like rewatch a video of this on YouTube to read it.
ダメだ父親だったよな。
何を言ってるのパパ。私たちは。
ロイを呼んでくれ。ファイルンは切れる。切れるんだ。あいつならエストを。
嫌よ。お願い。私たちを置いていかないで。
はい、人工物。おそらくファイルンの機体です。反壊しているように見えます。
いい気のみか。
そのようです。まっすぐこちらに向かって。この信号は地球のものです。地球人が乗っています。
なんだと。同胞がダッシュしてきたとでも言うのか。
地球軍の艦隊。ファイルーンの新型試作機を持ち帰ったら兵長に向かいなさい。
君は何者か。
私はルーキス。ルーキスのフィオ。この戦争のパラダイムを書き換える者よ。
Don't ask me what the title means. It is perhaps not a great title, because it is very easy to snicker at. Alright. Range mode. Start the game. Astebreed, Astebreed? Dialogue normal, result only. Score on. Online ranking location. Off. Please. Alright. I'm gonna try Astebreed instead of Xbreed. I don't know what the difference is. This might have been something that I unlocked for beating the game once before, so let's find out.
中央管制よりクロスブリード発進スタンバイ。これよりカタパルトデッキへ移送する。
クロスブリード
Well, it doesn't change the story.
ハッチオープン。リニアカタパルト接続せよ。
リニアカタパルト接続。
進路クリア。射出準備完了。タイミングは譲渡する。
システムオールグリーン。コントロールをパイロットへ。You have。
おう、ロイベケットクロスブリード出るぜ。
分かっているわよ。このまま左アカに南下。海岸から峡谷へ入ってクリセキ地を目指すわよ。
ようそろ
Ooh, now I got the...
基地に着いたら超高速ドライブをダッシュ。ファイルーン本拠地である移動惑星にひとっ飛びだろ。
後続の艦隊の梅雨払いも忘れないで。
大丈夫大丈夫。俺を信じろって。
不安だ。
Alright, I can just hold down my triggers.
了解っていうか、もうちょっとソフトな言い方があるんじゃないかな。俺たちパートナーだろ。
そうなりたいなら努力することね。
え、違うんだ。
There's an achievement for doing lock-on to 50 enemies at once. So that's why I'm letting my lock-on go for quite a long time. I don't know when I'll ever get the opportunity to target 50.
基地からのミサイル砲撃で
But
私のシールドなら多少は持つけど連続した負担は危険だわ
it implies that there's like a very high target limit.
まずいわ基地のゲートが閉まりそうよ
なんでかこっちは忙しくってさ
対空砲があるから上空からは入れないこのまま一直線に飛び込むデータベースにはない機体入れるのは新型ね
この野郎はバカみたいにミサイルよこしやがって100倍にして返してやる
Aww.
解析完了これを落とせば周辺の対空砲も無力化する
And of course I bonk into one of the bullets.
仕留める
こいつの戦い方どこかで
Oh, and then a missile got me legit. So doing it without damage is tricky, for sure.
対空砲の無力化を確認超高速ドライブ起動
すげえ何でもできるんだなビオは
ルーキスはいわば現実を書き換える装置なの火器としての利用は一側面でしかないわ
ご苦労
声でけえよ
その光に入れば目的地へ行けるわ
うんではこのまま家族進路に入る諸君らも遅れるな
了解
気持ち悪いから真似しないでちょうだい
この子俺のことが嫌いなのかな
正体不明の敵の攻撃を受けているなんという速さだ
アシェンフレイジが襲われてるくそやらせるか
この反応許す久しぶりね姉さん何をしているの彼らは地球人よそんなの分かってるわ私は人類の敵になったのもう地球へは帰らない何を言ってるの
君がビオの双子の姉か自我は残ってるんだな
何このブサイ
言葉を選べよ傷つくだろ
こんなのに頼っちゃっていや相変わらず一人じゃ何もできないよね私は違う私は一人で何でもできるみんなしてあげる姉さん
力ずくでクソ逃がすか
待ちなさい今は艦隊の護衛が先よ
何言ってんだビオはエストを取り返しに来た
It's very hard to read any of this dialogue.
ちょっと前を見て
うわっ
バカ何をしているの早くドライブ軌道に復帰しなさい
ビオが邪魔するから
早く艦隊に追いつかないと取り返しがつかないことになる
ああもう分かってるよこんな時までよくそんな冷静でいられるよな
あなたみたいな単細胞と一緒にしないで
Yeah, I did it. This is where I can lock on to 50 guys. Meteor fragments.
パイルーンの新型よ。
また新型かよ。リオのデータベースって古いんじゃないのか。
そうね。姉さんと違って私が途中で脱走したから全ての情報を持っているわけではないわ。
てっきり何でも知ってるのかと思ってたぜ。
それなりに出るわよ。あなたの恥ずかしい話と。
そんなもん。今はそれどころじゃないだろう。
What's even my health bar? Oh, it's that blue.
解析完了。間違いない。この新型には地球人の素体として使われている。おそらく火星で戦った機体。
なんだってリオやエストと同じってことか。
正確にはルークス研究の過程で生まれた亜種。彼らの体はもう。
そうか、今楽にしてやるからだ。
So now, there were like special conditions for each of the boss fights.
よかった、無事だった。
And I read them so that I'd know them ahead of time and I could give them a try. I already forget all of them.
一体何をしていたのかね。
リオがエストを助けたいって言ってる。
ちょっと黙りなさい。ええ、理解しているわ、提督。ごめんなさい。
君のことは信用している。隣の未熟者によく言い聞かせたまえ。
了解。
怒られたのってなんか久しぶりだ。
何よ、他人事みたい。
来たよ、グラートさん。なんだこいつら、地球軍じゃないか。
提督。
この信号、機関リタアクシスだと。それでは彼らはあの決戦艦隊だというのか。
なんだって。でもグラートさんは。
何をしているの。迎撃しなさい。
そう、うまく脱出してくれよ。
12スペック機関から高エネルギー反応。手法グレ。
ちゃんと見えてるぜ。
I guess if I were actually using my dash,
どうした。リオ。
I could avoid hits more easily. But that might just lead to a situation where I dash into a different bullet.
これはあの時の再現。
Because like when I'm
嘆きが聞こえる。
holding down my sword trigger, I move very slowly.
決戦艦隊の対決
So
のファイルーン。
it's tough for me to get out of the way of some of the
囚
bullets.
人自身。
君は一体何を言っている。説明しろ。
But I think the biggest problem is the screen is so busy with stuff.
そんなこと言っちゃダメだってパパから教わらなかったのか。いいか、もう一度言ってみろ。たまに1週間カンパン
Like,
させてやる。
sometimes I don't see them because there's a million other things happening. Do not show your baby this video game.
やっぱ機関はでかいな。
さすがのあなたでも切る気にはならないかしら。
そんな奴がいるなら見てみたいね。
そう放置すると友軍にとって脅威となる。広大くらいに黙らせておきましょう。
とどめは我が艦に任せたまえ。今だ。目標リタークシス。ド発展キャノン。撃ち抜け。
あの時もそうだった。同じ連合軍の手によってリタアクシスは落とされた。そんな、あれはハイルーンがピオは知らないの。競技会の連中は決戦艦隊を送り込む傍らで極キリにハイルーン
Having a sword that you can spam that just gets rid of bullets except for the red one is really overpowered for a shmup.
かりそめの安寧を得る。ハイルーンの恵み大量の人体サンプル。大正解。かつして地球を守るために使わされた勇者たちは一転ハイルーンに捧げるクロスへと変わりました。私たちと同じようにね。
それで仲間割れをしたってのか。
勝手に。
I kind of like having it be overpowered though. Like I was looking at the achievements and they all seemed really hard. But it's like, oh, but the game is easy. It was like beat the extreme difficulty without any continues. Oh man. Oh, but yeah. It's the kind of game where you actually can beat it without dying. It could also be that I'm using Astebreed instead of Xbreed. And this one is like stronger. Because it has the infinite sword that I can just hold down the button instead of mashing it.
を使いかけすぎた命をどう扱っていいかもわからない。人間の方がよほど怖いわ。そうですか。そんなこと。そっか。私たちもう違っちゃったんだ。まるでアーさんとリオには愚かな仲間たちがいて、私には何者。リオ、あの場所には私たち。エス、パパ。
Tension graph.
いいさ、行こう。エストを連れ戻すんだ。
全艦、これより移動惑星内部に突入する。ここからが正念場だ。ガッツだ。ガッツで行くぞ。ロイ、ここまで来られたのは良好という他はない。お前たちの働きに感謝する。
礼には早いぜ、提督。あんたたちには中枢を破壊するって大仕事が残ってるんだからな。
これが奴らの本来の戦力、ハイルーンの真の姿。
でもなんとか戦えるぜ。さすがクロスブリードだな。
さっきは取り乱してごめんなさい。
いや、実はちょっとだけ嬉しかったんだ。ビオは心まで機械になってるわけじゃない。大事な家族のために頑張る普通の女の子だ。
心外だわ。あなたにそんなことを言われるなんて。
これからはもっとロイ兄さんに頼っていいんだぜ。
バカ。
しまった。
大丈夫。中枢を無力化すれば開けられるわ。このまま進みましょう。パパとフィオに逃がしてからも 私には守るべきものがある。この星にさらわれ、同じ地球人に見捨てられた大勢の命、私たち自身の本当の体、数えきれないくらい抗ったわ。でも未完成だったこの機体ではそうすることもできなかった。一つしくじるたびに幾万もの命が消えていった。私は絶対に負けられない戦いに何度も何度も負け続けたの。そして最後のそれを失った時、気がついたのだ。あまたの情報を知って期待とした私の力がタイルーンのシンギュラリティをとっくに超えていることに。そういうし泣いているピオがいる。ピオもパパを守れなかった。これが結末なの。私たち家族に与えられた結末。こんなものが。来たのよ、ピオ。これがアーセントート。ルーキスの力で中枢と融合しているの。
え、俺たちの機体もこんなことできんの？マジで？
お前のことは調べたわ。ロイベキ軍属じゃないよね。
興味を持ってくれて光栄だね。
ただの民間人でもレイドユーザー乗りとしての訓練をパパから直々に受けて、伝説の病気ブラートにもう一人の忘れが。さあ、だからここまで来られたのよ、姉さん。姉さんなんかじゃない。私を呼んで、ピオ。この半年間ずっと私は後悔してた。双子なのにどうして私だけが。私がパパと一緒にいればこんな思いはしなかったのに。そんな。
やった！
今よ。
Oh, I think there was something about destroying an outer barrier first for that boss. So I think I had to get rid of the things on the side before I took out the middle. Or no, was it the opposite? Was I had to destroy the core without destroying the arms? Man, I forget. Whatever it was, I didn't do it. I think number 5 is don't get grabbed.
全てはこの瞬間のため。一斉射撃だ。
姉さん、ここで捕らえる。惜しかったわね。ルーキスの制御が効かない。
あぶね、何すんだピオ。
いけない、逃げて。
なんで？
意識を取り戻した。いいわ、次はもっと深く書き換えてあげる。ルーキスに対するクラッキングを私の人格ごと加点しようと。
人格だってエストなんてことを。
これよ、これに当たったら
やめろやめろよ。実の妹だろ。
今の攻撃に当たっちゃダメ。避けて。
くそ、見えなかった。いきなり空間に現れやがる。 おいしっかりしろ。
待って聞いて、この先はこの町、地球から移植された私たち故郷に続いてた。私たち双子の本体が
なんだって
破壊して、それで全部終わる。どうりあの時なら。
フィオ取り込まれちまったのか。フィオ本体の破壊ってそんなことしたら
消えろ
チキショー。どうしたらいいんだ。レーダーが生きてる。フィオはまだ諦めていない。
行かせるか
まだだ。俺だって諦めるわけには。これをやめたら今度こそ俺には何も。ここは
うちは初めてだったか小僧。
グラートさん。
気にするな、走馬灯ってやつだ。
俺来たよ。立派に戦えてるだろ。
何手軽、うちの娘どもにコテンパンじゃねえか。だいたいお前何しに来たんだ。
何しにって戦いに決まって。
戦いね。それで今何しようとしてるか分かってんのか。だからお前は小僧なんだよ。
でもあんたはもう
死人のせいにするんじゃねえ。てめえはてめえで考えるんだよ。でもな、マジに俺を追っかけたやつはお前だけだった。嬉しかったぜ。
そうか。俺は
殺す前に一応聞いておくわ。どうしてそれを壊さなかったの？
壊せないよ。どんな姿だろうと俺たちは同じ父親を持つ家族なんだ。
何を言い出すの？
ここに来るまで俺も見失ってた。俺たちに本当に必要なのは戦いなんかじゃない。帰る家だ。そうだろ。
フィオ、どうして？確かに今の私たちは望まない姿なのかもしれない。だけど彼とここまで来られたこと、あなたがずっと姉さんでいてくれたことを意味がないなんて私は思わないわ。そんなこと今さら長い間一人にしてごめんなさい。
いいかエスト、君は帰れるんだ。居場所は俺とフィオが作る。必ずだ。だから行こう。俺たちは前に進むんだ。
脳であるルーキスを引き剥がしたからバイルーン本来の AI に切り替わったんだわ。奴らには固有の知性が存在しない。クラスタリングされた一つの巨大知性ディアグラが全ての個体を動かしているの。
なるほど、わからん。
完全なるルーキスへの道筋は今あなた方の手によって告げられた。精神の共鳴、それこそが秩序の扉を開く鍵となる。地球人類に主な正義、そして我々の正義を離れたあなたたちは今ここに存在する。
今の俺たちを止められると思うなよ。
トイか。この機体はどうした？
エストを助けたらパワーアップした。
理解した。
話が早いな、提督。
器が大きいと言ってもらおうか。
たどり着いたぜ。
戦えるわ。今の私たちならその機体は私だけの憎しみ。ルーンなんかにいいようにはさせない。
Oh my god. So here's the part that makes it... There's the reason why I can't do it without using a continue. Man! It's like everything is everything's super easy in the entire game. Right up until this. This is the run killer. Because I was really hoping for to finish it without using a continue. But it cannot be done. Wow, I did even worse that time. Maybe I can kill these things on the side first. No. I did even worse trying to take out even one of the things on the side. Try something different. Oh, I can hold down dash too. That's the trick.
"何をしている？早く行ってこい。長くは待たせるな。
よそろ。あの野郎、どこへ向かってる？
ハイルーン母星、おそらくクイーンシステムを目指してるわ。
クイーンなんてのがいるのか？
あくまで例えよ。実際にはデータ同期のための中堅機能といったところから地球で生態サンプルを持ち帰るつもりね。完全なるルーキスに到達するために。
なあ、 クイーンシステムを破壊すれば全てのファイルーンを倒せるんじゃないのか。
残念。そうしてやりたいけど無理よ。すぐに別の場所で再構築されちゃうわ。
ウイルスでも流し込むとか。
問題のある箇所を丸ごと排除し、やはり再構築される。そのためのクラフト地とディアグラム。ねえ、私にもいい考えがあるの。
うわ、えげつねえ。
試してみる価値はありそうよ。さすがだわ姉さん。
なんだこりゃ、全部移動惑星なのか。
ここから宇宙の端々まで侵略しているのね。許せない。見えた、クイーンシステム。
たどり着かせね
さよなら、私のアーセントート。
我々は習いたい。作り上げた文明、生きた証を。そのためにあらゆるファイル面をだがこの宇宙、物理法則の残酷。終わりの時は必ずやってくる。我々は逃れない。滅びの未来を書き換えるには完全なるルークスが必要なのだ。
え。勝手なことを言うんじゃねえ。
あなたたちに滅ぼされた貴族に同じ色に来たかったはずなのに。私たちだって、私たちみたいな子は二度と作らせない。
俺たちの戦い、ここで終わらせてみせる。
Oh my god. Boo! I'm also under attack by bugs. Man, how long until these things die off? How long do fruit flies live? Wasn't it supposed to be just a couple days? It's been like 2 weeks. Thanks. Fuck! I don't even know what got me there. Oh, there was a red thing on the side of the screen, cut off by the edge of my television, and I couldn't see it. I recovered health somehow, which is very good for me.
あなたたちに個性を与えたわ。パイルーンすべての個体がクイーンシステムにアクセスするたびにディアグラは無限に分割されていく。強大な権限を持ったままね。使用上あなたたちは互いの存在を認め合うことができない。相互関係の中で成長することもない。一度始めた競技は終わらない。永久に。
我々は
あなたたちはこれからもこの宇宙に存在し続ける。もう二度とその手足を動かすことはないでしょうけど。
双子さんおっかねえっす。
我々は しを。
流れる風を止める術がないように、世界はどうしようもなく変わっていく。何一つ取り返しなんてつかない。でもだからこそ俺たちは立ち直ることだってできるんだ。大事なのは今何を願うか。そうだよな、グラートさん。
Hey, and that's it. Even shorter than advertised. Maybe it's because I was using the, what I'm guessing is a super unlockable mega robot. Still couldn't get through without using continues, though. Although it's funny, it's, even once the story reached the part where I would have upgraded to that robot anyhow, those were the times when I started dying.
ただいま。パパの言った通り助けてもらったよ。ロイお兄ちゃんだって笑っちゃうわよね。急に家族だなんてびっくりしちゃった。自分だけ血がつながってないくせに。でもそれでよかったんだ。私は私に足りないものを知った。それに彼は確かにパパにしかできないはずのことをやったわ。並大抵の努力じゃない。もしかしたら当たり前に娘だった私たちよりもずっとパパの子にふさわしいのかもね。また来るね。3人で一緒に。ねえパパ、今の私たちって生きてるのかな。それともあの時姉さんが言ったことを覚えてる？
あ
私たちは同じだった。
あ、そんなことも言ってたっけか。
あれは本当のことなの。ほんの1年前まで私たちは外見も考え方もほとんど同じだった。互いの役を取り替えられるくらい姉妹はごっこだったのよ。今はもう戻れないところまで来てしまった。もしもあの時パパが選んだのが姉さんだったら、私も同じように今ここでこうすることができたのかしら。
当たり前だろ。その時はエストと2人でフィオを迎えに行ったよ。
そう。
同じさ。だからこの先もし俺に何かあってもちゃんと2人で助けてくれよ。
約束するわ。
やったぜ。
それにしても3人でここに来ることになるなんて考えもしなかったわ。
俺は怖くて来られなかった。みんながあの人が死んだなんてどうしても認められなくて。
私もこれが初めて。葬儀の時はこんな姿で親族の前に出るわけにはいかなかったから。
フィオって結構体裁を気にするよな。
失礼ね。大人の配慮ができると言ってちょうだい。あら、いつまでそんなキャラが続けられるのかな。
キャラ？
何のことかしら。それより姉さん、はいはい、これからはルーキスの力は禁止でしょ。
そんな話になってんの？
ええ。何でも思い通りに変えてしまうということは結局何もかも否定しているのと変わらないでしょ。私たちはこの世界のものでありたいの。 ちょっとの改変のつもりでもどこにどんな影響が出るかわかんないし、どうしても必要って場合じゃない限りはね。
そっか、なんかしっかりしてんなお前ら。
あなたにももっとしっかりしてもらわないとね。また面接に落ちたんでしょ。
その話はやめろ。
気にしない気にしない。さあ買い物して帰ろう。
おそういえばすっげえ腹減ってるかも。
もう食べ歩きはやめてよ。
All right, that's that. What's in the gallery? View my in-game stats. Extras. Documents. Characters. Roy Beckett. He's a live-in cleaner at GeoCorp and is estimated to be around 19 years old. No one knows exactly how old Roy is. He lacks official documentation. Roy has a cheerful spirit. He doesn't take things seriously or worry about the details. He has a burn scar across the left side of his body. Oh, really? Roy's on good terms with Geo's members and regards Grado Nono, Urigov, Shisakov, and Hugo Himmel as family. Grado rescued Roy from a life of crime and poverty that first began when Roy was a young refugee. It's because of this that Roy admires and looks up to Grado, devoting most of his free time and energy to raid Uver training. Thanks to his unique background, Roy already possesses select ace pilot abilities and is already a match for Grado in close quarters blade combat. However, due to his limited experience, Roy is forced to remain at base during the initial attack on the mobile planet and then hears Member's death. After Fio and the SDF rise to action, Roy is called upon to pilot Astebreed. Fio Nono is a young girl that first introduces herself as Lucis, the reality alteration device. Fiona is one of Grado Nono's daughters. At 14 years old, according to official documentation, while her real name is Fiona, most simply call her Fio. Originally born as a normal Terran, she, along with her twin sister Esto, and their entire city, are taken away by the Feloon just before the initial attack on the mobile planet. She and Esto are then bonded with Asymptote, the Lucas test machine, as living parts. It is only later that Fio sees her father again during the chance meeting upon the mobile planet. While escaping during the havoc caused by her sister, Fio gets in contact with the SDF following her return to Earth, determined to save her sister. Fio is normally one to do things at her own pace, but after becoming part of Lucius, she pretends to be more cold and speaks to others in a condescending tone in hopes of being taken seriously by those that do not know her. Fio's acting ability is reinforced significantly by her ability to access the Feloon's immense information database at a moment's notice. Fio plays a pivotal role in introducing Feloon technology to Earth. Fio Nono awakened. Harmonized with Esto's mind and awakened is approaching complete Lucius by hypothetically defining and subsequently reflecting the EX ante theorem from various angles. She can alter reality more significantly. Her physical appearance is also reflected by her changing mood. Esto Nono is a young girl who has become Lucius, a reality alteration device. Estina is Fio's twin elder sister. Like Fio, her real name is Estinia. She usually goes by Esto. Originally, Esto behaved cheerfully with the bravado to hide her painful feelings. Nevertheless, Esto chose to stay on the mobile planet to enable Grado and Fio's escape. Unfortunately, her mind has been warped by the extreme circumstances she has been exposed to over the last 6 months. Her inability to protect the tens of thousands of people in her city or the original bodies of the two twins weighs heavily on her. She remains as deep psychological scars. However, her deep psychological pain has helped her achieve Lucius' ability greater than even the Feloon imagined. Convinced that she was now more powerful than even the Feloon, She began a campaign of revenge aimed both at the Feeloot and the Terrans, who abandoned people in a city and herself. As with Fio, her human appearance is just a virtual representation of herself. Because these images are an unconscious mental projection, the appearance of Fio and Esto, who can't clearly remember their real bodies, are drawn from memories distorted by the feeling. Esto is released from her hate build form thanks to Roy Beckett and Fio intervening, although Esto cannot forget her past. Her will to change is reflected in her new appearance. Grado Nono. Grado Nono is the president of Geo Corp, a private military firm highly rated in Raid Uver combat operations. He's the biological father of Fio and Esto. In the case of Roy Beckett, Grado is a benefactor who saved Roy from poverty, though Grado did so out of curiosity and in an illegal way more than anything else. He is a man of remarkable genius. He manages his company with amazing success, yet still sees fit to participate in combat engagements, outperforming a great many of his comrades. The name Grado Nono carries a lot of weight in not only military fields, but other ones, such as the living legend himself. Or much like the living legend himself. His wild and boisterous character attracts those around him, though he is not without his enemies. Moreover, in spite of his position, he has a bad habit of sleeping around and causing bar fights. Grado's heroic tale ended during an initial attack on the mobile planet, but he was able to discover that with the right technology, an Earth-made blade could damage the Feeloon's undulation armor. With this knowledge in hand, he was able to rescue Fio as Lucius and brought back Asymptote to Earth, marking a major turning point in the Feeloon War. Olga Shishtakov, a mercenary working for GeoCorp, a private military company. She's an expert sniper trained in electronic warfare. She has been friends with both Grado Nono and Hugo Himmel since her time in the military. Before the foundation of Geo, she's a spirited woman with a big sister disposition, treating Roy Beckett affectionately as a much younger brother. She often pays for Grado's debts out of faint feelings of love. Olga's living tissue was installed into Agnesi, Disnox's test machine, after her death at the initial attack on the mobile planet. Oh geez, I didn't even pick up on that part, that they were using the corpses of Grado's team to build the bosses that you then fight. Hugo Himmel is a mercenary working for GeoCorp, a private military company. He is the life of the team with the talent of a frontman, but is affected with immense cowardice. He is far too methodical to neglect preparations, and is known to do well when he knows what to expect. As a result, he is at his finest when his superiors tell him what he's getting into. He's often teased by Grado Nono, his employer, and is always complaining to Roy Beckett. Hugo's living tissue was installed into Evolute, Disnox's test machine, after his death during the initial attack on the mobile planet. Daniel O'Brien. He's the Vice Admiral of the Space Command of the Terran Coalition Forces. He leads the SDF, the unofficial fleet, as an admiral, and has a habit of rushing headlong into a cause he believes in. Many think of him as a huge pain, but those that do not agree with him tend to avoid him. When he vocally opposed the policies concerning the initial attack on the mobile planet, he was removed from the Vanguard fleet. That said, he's known for being compassionate and is blessed with a number of loyal subordinates. It's obvious from Daniel's family name that he is in fact adopted and does not share any blood relation with his adoptive father, who is a man of property. Daniel has a long-standing public and private relationship with GeoCorp, making him old acquaintances with both Grado Nono and Roy Beckett. His connection to GeoCorp is what initially leads to Fio contacting him for help. It might have been more prudent for him to promote Roy Beckett, a private citizen and a novice, at a slower pace than he did, but the decision seemed to be made based on sentimentality. Being adopted himself, Daniel seems to find a kindred spirit in Roy. Meredith Seraph is Commodore of the Space Command in the Terran Coalition Forces. She was the captain of the second Axis-class ship, Linde Falum. However, the first Axis-class ship, Lida Axis, disobeyed the ceasefire order. She and her crew were obliterated while Lida Axis was destroyed by her ship. Before her death, Seraph had sided with the TCC chairman, putting her in opposition of Admiral Daniel O'Brien, politically. Following the SDF's second assault on the mobile planet, secret documents found their way into the public. Named the Seraph Report, the documents detail the TCC chairman's sympathizers' efforts to negotiate with Filun Diagra in exchange for Terran lives, saving Daniel and several other core SDF officers from treason charges and subsequent execution. Diagra. Filun Diagra is an integrated AI unifying all feelings. By completely losing individuality, the Filun optimize efficiency by working as a colony. Diagra is not the fixed intelligence or personality. Diagra changes itself to fit each situation. However, it seems every instance of Diagra has a common purpose: to preserve the Filun civilization in perpetuity, at the expense of other species. Diagra has recently displayed emotions like faith because it gained an interest in using intelligent living organisms in the construction of Lucius. While Diagra has targeted all humans on Earth for destruction, it has been known to show affection and respect for them. Diagra usually appears when other species have an opportunity to engage in discourse with the Filun. The Terran Coalition Council believed Diagra to be an ambassador and opened negotiations, when the negotiator was the Filun itself. Terrans first entered into negotiations because it allowed them to buy some time, and so that they could control the locations attacked and the scale of destruction. For the Filun, it was a chance to easily gain living samples for their Lucius research and study human behavior at the same time. That's why the back-channel negotiations succeeded. Let's see, the Vanguard fleet is a mighty fleet assembled to combat the Filun, composed of 20 squadrons, including several units from PMCs like GO. After a back-channel negotiations between the Terran Coalition Council and Diagra, a ceasefire order was issued to the fleet. However, affected by the lag of superluminal communication, several units had already engaged the Filun around the mobile planet. Confusion among the fleet and constant fear of the Filun's new undulating armor technology caused the fleet to split in two and fire on friendly units, eventually destroying the entire fleet. The Self-Determination Fleet, not Self-Defense Force, but the Self-Determination Fleet SDF is an unofficial organization of radicals insisting on do-or-die resistance of the Filun, and is composed of the Vanguard fleet's remaining units on the Terran Coalition forces. The SDF is led by Space Commander Vice Admiral Daniel O'Brien. Unable to control or destroy the SDF, the Terran Coalition Council allows the SDF to carry out its own operations in service of stopping the Filun by any means necessary. The Terran Coalition Council continues to limit the SDF's sphere of influence and work with them as in a limited capacity, in hopes that they could eventually disband voluntarily. Oops, I lost my place. In hopes they could eventually disband voluntarily by amicably sending members backed by the Council. Daniel, who had previously never intended to run the SDF for long, however, seeing the perfect chance, put all of their limited resources into attacking the mobile planet. Although they haven't introduced themselves as a matter of convenience, they are called Self-Determination Fleet, SDF. Those in favor of the SDF consider them a brave band of soldiers, while detractors look at them as crazy people with a death wish. Multi-Urver. The Multi-Urver is a multi-purpose humanoid robot designed to deal with Mars's rugged and uneven terrain. The incredible human-like bipedal movements of the Multi-Urver was made possible with major technological breakthroughs in balancers and shock absorbers. The first generation, the Jumper, is able to jump off of sheer cliffs without sustaining injuries. Second generation, built with improved durability and reduced bone weight, is able to operate on both high and low pressure systems during great structural flexibility. The third generation, which is currently in use, supports better performance and is widely used on both Earth and in the colonies. Raid Yearvers. The modification of multi-Yearvers for the use in military operations started early on. While the first generation made steady progress, it was only with the second generation that basic frames and various military parts were introduced formally. These military-class multi-Yearvers, aptly named Raid Yearvers, changed how wars were fought on Earth and now covered in skyscrapers as well as on Mars. The current integrated frame on the third generation are able to operate in space, making them the main units used in the Feloon War. Lucius. It's an advanced technology the Feloon have devoted themselves to developing. Roy Beckett's world can only exist because of the perceivable laws of physics and the ex ante theorem, the interference from other dimensions. Lucius is, in a matter of speaking, a reality alteration device designed to reproduce this theorem hypothetically and to reflect it in reality. The reflection is given as the operation for any situation. Okay, so that's super cool. I really like stuff like this. None of it was in the game, as far as I could tell. Unless it was like to explain like somewhat magical attacks of the enemies. But like having reality warping powers would be really cool as a gameplay element, or even a story element. And there should have been a lot more of that pushed to the front. In theory, Lucius can alter phenomena that occur in real space anywhere from the past to the future. However, at present, Lucius hasn't been completed, which significantly limits the extent to which it can warp real space. In addition, the imagination of intelligent living organisms in the form of living parts are essential for the hypothetical differentiation of the ex ante theorem because it requires particular forms or styles of insignificance as well as substantial functions, structures, and meanings. That's why Feloon, completely quantized and mechanized to preserve its civilization, cannot finish Lucius by themselves. Like, that's cool. I once wrote a story about an alien species that like integrates with Earth, but they don't understand art. So like something like that, where it's like, yeah, we're like we're an evolved alien race. We've ascended to machine life for basic immortality reasons and hive mind purposes, so that our entire society is driven towards one goal. But we can't imagine. We got that thinking blindness. We can reason, we can spec, and we can plan for the future. We can plot and evaluate, but we can't daydream. And it turns out we need daydream to alter reality and do our magic powers. So we gotta steal the brains of species that can imagine and turn them into organic parts in our machines to access that technology. That's not bad. Undulation armor. It's a special armor used by the Feloon machines since the Vanguard fleet's initial attack on the mobile planet. By coating the armor in a thin gravitational field with specific properties, it can defend against all kinds of attacks except those using similar fields. In theory, the only way to penetrate the undulation armor is to use projectiles using the same gravitational field coating, or to create a localized gravitational neuralization field with the Lucius system. Although the SDF succeeded in developing these gravitational field coating projectiles, they couldn't be mass-produced due to a lack of resources. Their only hope was to accelerate completion of Astebreed Lucius. Asymptote Fio. It's one of the mechanized weapons designed to operate the Lucius system, the reality alteration device. Asymptote is a humanoid mechanized unit and the result of the Feloon invasion of Earth. Asymptote can infinitely improve Lucius' performance by using the implicate generators as a semi-permanent power source. There exist two asymptote types, Fio and Esto. Asymptody Fio was put into service despite being incomplete. Asymptody Fio lacked the necessary experience, and without experiences or judgment of Grado Nono, it couldn't have carried out the combat. Its wings were completely destroyed following excessive superluminal travel. Asymptody Esto is the other mechanized weapon designed to operate the Lucius system. Unlike Asymptody Fio, which managed to escape, Asymptody Esto was successfully completed, and as a result, is able to operate Lucius perfectly. So like another cool part. So, okay, the plot is like really hard to pick up, especially when it's all in text, small at the bottom of the screen, as you're trying to manage 4 different attack types and dodge red bullets the whole time. But the prologue was about the Grado Nono, the owner and ace pilot of the GOPMC, and his team, and they all get shot down and lose on the first attack on the mobile planet, which is a cool name for a planet, by the way. And the Feilun teleported the city, like his hometown, in chunks to the mobile planet so that they could gather samples. And like the first time I played it, I thought, wow, this is really dark. This is how the game opens, with our main character watching his entire family and his hometown be destroyed, and then all of his squadron are also shot down and killed. It's like the darkest thing that I've ever seen, only to then find out that he's not the main character. But anyway, so his daughters get put into these 2 machines as the organic parts so that they can do the Lucius system, and he manages to hijack one of his daughters, fly back to Earth incomplete, and one of is left behind and completed and becomes more powerful than the aliens that built her, and turns into a third-party antagonist agent that's attacking both the Lucius and the human forces. Which is pretty great. And then, of course, the point of the game is to make peace with her and integrate her system. And then once the 2 sisters come together, then you get your perfect Astebreed robot that can do the good sword melee attack. Like, it's a hard to follow plot, but when you put it together, it's pretty good. Parts of it kind of remind me of Xenosaga. Not Xenogears, but Xenosaga. Of course, this was only 1 hour long instead of like 80. So this one is a lot more digestible. X-Breed is a machine with both a thruster module as the lower half of its body and boosters made on Earth by Asymptody Fio. X-Breed is also designed as an X-Uver, as its performance dwarfs that of traditional raid Uvers. It also uses a 2nd generation parts because of their similar size in comparison to Broodmare's 3rd generation part. Broodmare? Really? Who's Broodmare? Oh, it's way down at the bottom. We'll find out who Broodmare is. Its only armament is a Terran Coalition Forces type Hyper Tungsten Blade, transferred over by Grado Nono thanks to the onboard Lucius system. The Lucius system works in various ways. It can repair damage automatically, or perform tasks without direct control of Diagra. The capacity to neutralize undulation armor is the biggest reason behind the SDF's whole operation. So, okay, they use the reality warping powers to regenerate health and be like the reason why they're the only robot that can do damage to the enemy ships. But I mean, they could have done a lot more. Astebreed is a mechanized unit improved upon by two Luciuses, both Fio and Esto, after they altered the reality where X-Breed had been destroyed. Roy Beckett retrieved the twins' main bodies. The harmonized minds of the twins made multi-point observation of the ex-ante theorem possible, which enabled the machine to alter reality more significantly. Astebreed can use the superluminal drive by itself, beside the overall capacity improvement. Despite using the implicate generators as a power source, the amount of energy generated is greatly increased. After Astebreed was created, the two Luciuses kept increasing their power through the intermittent mutual interference in order to make Lucius more powerful enough to affect the entirety of space, the Feloon's main goal. Leda Axis. The first Axis-class ship, Leda Axis, is currently the strongest battleship in the Terran Coalition forces and the Axis-class lead ship. The Vanguard fleet utilized Leda Axis as the flagship at the initial attack on the mobile planet. However, due to backroom politics, Commodore Meredith Serif's Lindflaum, the second Axis-class ship, destroyed Leda Axis. Due to this incident, many soldiers, including Grado Nono and GO soldiers on the mobile planet, were unable to retreat. At the second attack against the mobile planet, a Lucius-powered Esto was able to reproduce a replica of Leda Axis, which engaged the SDF. Incidentally, all Axis-class ships receive their namesake from Norse mythology. Okay, so it seems like by reality alteration they mean... Well, I guess it's a lot like Super Time Force, where it's they go back in time and they fix something that was destroyed. And so here it is in the present, not destroyed. That seems like everything that they use that power for is that. For repairing damage and recreating lost ships. So it's less about reality alteration and more about altering the past. And it's like shooting a missile at an enemy ship that sends it 1 second backwards in time so it crashes into itself. See if you can figure out what game that's from. Ashen Fresi. Freezy. It's probably Freeze. The third Axis-class ship, Ashen Freeze, is the flagship of SDF. While the Ashen Freeze has a captain, it does not mean much as Daniel O'Brien is also aboard the ship as Admiral. Okay. Okay, now the sentence makes sense. Often taking command out of the captain's hands. With Fio's help, the Ashen Freeze equipment was updated to make it effective against the Feloon undulation armor. The Ashen Freeze was constructed on Earth and possesses a superluminal drive, although its capabilities are lower than that of Feloon's. That said, it takes months for the Ashen Freeze to reach the mobile planet, so it can't be used for surprise attacks. The main guns are large diameter B-beam cannons on both sides, called Mother Breath cannons. Why that? In lieu of Ultima Ratio cannons? That's also silly. Its large rams can be equipped as options. Daruka class ship is the most popular cruiser in the Terran Coalition forces. Alright, take your word for it. Leading Sire. Okay, Leading Sire and Broodmare. What the hell's going on here? Astebreed? What horny asshole came up with these names? And then like, oh hey, what's some lewd English words I can use in my game? And then, what? Oh, it got localized to English and they didn't change it? Uh-oh. Oh gosh, I hope that doesn't come back to my boss. Leading Sire is a type of Radiuvers, the official humanoid mechanized units of the Terran Coalition forces. Leading Sire is a customized Broodmare type Radiuver used mainly by commanders or ace pilots. In many cases, Leading Sire is equipped based on the pilot's strengths or the parameters of the particular operation. which allow for R&D to collect valuable battle data from different angles from broodmare, which is why Leading Sire has its name. Broodmare is a type of Radiuver, the official humanoid mechanized units of the Terran Coalition forces. Broodmare was designed to collect copious amounts of battle data and to reflect them, making hardware and software adjustments much easier for each battlefield. And Triforium is a small-sized scout-type unit of the Feloon. Triforiums mainly fit in formation. While Triforiums are the weakest in both offense and defense, the glaring technological disparities between the Terran Coalition forces and the Feloon makes even this tiny unit a grave threat. I just realized there's a scroll bar on the list of entries, and we're nowhere near done. Here. Alright. We got the Cisnoid. It's a small Feloon shock-trap aircraft. Cisnoids are able to stick to target battleships or buildings and release anti-personnel weaponry. Cardioid is a small laser-type Feloon unit. Its high-power laser is able to melt through protective barriers designed for nuclear attacks in mere seconds. Conchoid is a middle-class fighter-type Feloon unit. While it may look it, Conchoid possesses incredible maneuverability, making it a serious threat in air combat. Conchoid is at its best when fighting in urban environments. Do you mean while it may not look like it? While it may look like it's fast and agile, it is! Spiral is a middle-class, multi-directional shooter-type Feloon unit. Spiral often plays a fixed battery-style role in combat. When dealing with Feloon invasion, it's recommended that Spire be dealt with first if the opposition side hopes to survive. I'll keep that in mind. Trochoid is a large-sized machine-type Feloon unit. Trochoid is a heavily armored unit with incredible destructive power designed for suppression. It's also able to play a support role for combat, providing energy for surrounding units wirelessly using a large generator equipped on it. Cycloid is a large-sized Feloon unit and widely considered the most terrifying Feloon unit ever to attack Earth directly. Known for boring into buildings and the ground itself and gathering humans as living samples, it's colloquially called a digger. When in formation, cycloids are able to reproduce a special force field and dig out entire cities. This was how Esto and Fio's hometown was destroyed. Miles is a Feloon regular army unit. Designated soldier, Miles is constantly patrolling the mobile planet. Miles usually forms in a triangular prism shape, and it's the most mass-produced Feloon unit. Miles is the progenitor of Triforium. Equiz is a Feloon regular army unit. Designated Knight, Equiz usually forms in a octahedron shape. Feloons with titles were once creatures to run Feloon society? Feloons with titles were once creatures to run Feloon society, so they are treated differently than those created only to invade. Equiz is the progenitor of Cisoid. Sagittarius. It's a Feloon regular army unit. Designated Archer, Sagittarius usually forms in a dodecahedron shape. Sagittarius possesses both a strong laser gun and guided missile capabilities. It's the progenitor of Conchoid and Cardioid. Nobilis is a Feloon regular army unit. Designated Nobility, Nobilis usually forms as a dodecahedron prism shape. Marchio is a Feloon regular army unit. Designated Marquis. Marchio usually forms in a dodecahedron or icosahedron shape. Marchio is seldom seen away from the mother planet. Agnesi Oliga, a new Feloon mechoid type deployed to Chryse base on Mars to protect the superluminal drive facility. Agnesi Oliga is skilled at long-range sniping and tends to fire at invaders from the bottom of the valley. Equipped with a large array of guided missiles and a beam gun strong enough to dissolve the battleship-class armor in seconds, Agnesi Oliga is indispensable in defense. Its essence is in the use of Lucius technology. The Feloon installed Agnesi Oliga with human brain tissue so that it could judge situations organically. Because the Feloon used the living tissue of Ogliza Shestakov, a mercenary in GO, as the base for its tactical subroutine, Roy Beckett, who knew Oliga, was able to anticipate her attacks. Evolute Hugo is a new mecha-type Feloon unit, specializing in battle within a superluminal drive vector. Besides being equipped with a host of short-range batteries that excel at suppression, Evolute Hugo is also able to slam enemies with its heavy armor. Just like Agnesi Oliga, the living tissue of Hugo Himmel, a mercenary in GO, is embedded into Evolute Hugo. Oh, Dux. That's not an O. Dux is Feloon's largest gravitational control system, as well as the mobile planet's central machinery. Designated Duke, Dux controls the whole of the mobile planet by coordinating the large amounts of energy provided from bypasses. Dux is important enough to have cannon, portal, and shell as guard functions. At the height of the second attack against the mobile planet, Asymptote Esto fused with Dux and utilized the mobile planet's energy to evolve into Asymptote Void. Asymptote Void is the form that Asymptote Esto evolved into soon after Asymptote Esto fused with Dux, the mobile planet's central machinery. Asymptote Void became the strongest unit the Feloon had ever seen, as its firepower and armor were strengthened greatly by the mobile planet's energy. After Roy Beckett and Fio persuaded Esto to join them in the connection to Lucius was lost, control of Asymptote Void was automatically reverted back to Diagra, and Asymptote Void tried to use its incredible power to destroy the twins. Although the original Asymptote implicate generators cannot function without Lucius, a group of Disnoxes installed inside can be used as power sources instead. Disnox is a Feloon mobile weapon. There are two types of Disnoxes, Agnesi and Evolite. These weapons were designed as a fail-safe measure in the event of a rebellion by Fio or Esto. The Disnox is a Lucius applied technology, however its main purpose is to simply provide firepower. The amount of organic tissue utilized in the construction is kept at a bare minimum necessary. Despite having replicated cells, Disnox is able to control the implicate generators using the same principle as the reality alteration of Lucius system, and can control Asymptote Void much like the mobile planet itself is connected parts and generators. Mobile planet itself using connected parts and generators. Whew. Mare Acidalium is a Martian ocean between the northern ice cap and Chryse Planitia. Due to heavy terraforming where once there was nothing but air landscape, flora and fauna have become abundant in this region. Additionally, going southward across the ocean is the shortest way to Chryse Base, which houses the Feloon Superluminal Drive Facility. Chryse Base is a developed base made to pioneer Chryse Planitia on Mars. You'd think that I would know that word, because they use it like in Star Trek for the place where the Enterprise was built. Utopia Planitia. I've heard it before, but I keep mispronouncing it when I read it. The base has the Mare Acidalium beyond the valley in the north and the Chryse Planitia in the south. When terraforming first began, the base played various roles as a base for development, but these days a base is seldom used, acting more as a historical monument. After the Faelun first attacked, they captured the base. They captured the base and retrofitted it with a superluminal drive facility, making it a foothold for their invasion of Earth, as well as the rest of Mars. Excessive anti-aircraft placement makes it a challenging base to attack from the air. The mobile planet is a Faelun stronghold. Although the planet is a huge fortress, a meager 1,200 kilometers at equatorial diameter. So they call it a planet, but it's like an asteroid. It's able to utilize because I mean, like, Mars is what, like a couple million kilometers around? No, don't look it up. You can Google it. It's small. It's able to utilize superluminal drive technology. Covered with a thick layer of clouds, the planet looks like a sea of those on Earth. However, most of these components are in fact metal vapor gathered and retained using gravitational control. There are mesh-like bypasses to provide energy from power reactors, and all energy eventually leads to Dux, the nerve center. If Dux is destroyed, all reactors will malfunction, unable to offload the energy they produce. The overloaded reactors will then either cease functioning or explode, starting a devastating chain reaction that will destroy the entire planet. The planet is also used as an R&D facility for the Lucius system, and a number of cities gathered from both Earth and Mars have been transplanted about its surface. This includes living tissue samples, humans themselves. The mother planet of Faelun. The Faelun homeworld, the mother planet, is mechanical in origin. From afar, it resembles a split sphere in shape, but upon further inspection, it's clearly a complex fractal. Most of the inside is empty, and the Faelun are able to move freely through its empty space using gravity control. All mobile planet strongholds are constructed inside the mother planet. In the center is Queen System, the Faelun's vast knowledge database. Every Faelun uses Queen System in conjunction with superluminal communication to synchronize other terminals or check directives' consistency. So I guess these were the stages were I able to pay attention to it. You start out on Mars, or in orbit of Mars, and then you head to the mobile planet, and you hijack its superluminal drive generator, and you have that one stage where you're flying through light speed, and then you reach the mother planet of the Faelun, and you fly inside of it, and that's the rest of it. The Terran Coalition is an international organization composed of numerous states, including Earth, Mars, and a number of space colonies. It's an organization on the pretext of a new type of peace and security for the space era. In reality, the Coalition was created to prevent the succession of the Mars, and to exploit their abundant resources. I think that there may be some translation errors. They're doing their best. As a result, the Mars population considers the Coalition to be a burden, while Terrans consider it a boon. The Coalition consists of a number of committees, including the Terran Coalition Council, which possesses a key leadership position not only in financial space, but also in the military space, acting as the head of the Terran Coalition forces. Faeluns are invaders from outer space, and in the interest of pursuing efficiency, Faelun bodies are entirely mechanized, eschewing organic tissue. Controlled by Diagra, an integrated AI, Faeluns do not possess individual intelligence. The Faeluns are able to produce individual units designed for a specific purpose and tuned to the environment they're invading. Reports of Faeluns with insect-like properties or marine components have been spotted during the Earth invasion. As the Faelun's singular purpose is to preserve its civilization, they have devoted themselves to researching and developing Lucius, the reality alteration device to control the laws of physics from the inside of the space. Twin Box. The Twins vessel is a container serving as the main body of the Lucius system. When Theo and Grado are leaving the mobile planet, the twins' bodies were still healthy for the most part. Esto remained by herself at the enemy base. For the sake of the bodies and other life forms, she fought valiantly there for months, gambling on the slim chance that they might return to being fully human. The vessels containing the debris from the battle is the last remaining focus supporting the twins' unstable minds. Timeline. September 3rd, 2112, Mars colonization begins. A large number of multi-user units, humanoid construction machines, are fielded for the development of this new and highly unpredictable world. May 29th, 2146, interstellar travel technology is developed. The Ophiuchus exploration probe sent out by the Almir Federation is the first man-made object to accomplish round-trip interstellar travel. November 12th, 2191, the Mara Sledge Fuel Factory accident. The enormous disastrous explosion of liquid rocket fuel causes thousands of casualties and results in many orphans and displaced refugees. January 1st, AG0, the Terran Coalition is formed. How many years later is that? Like a million? One? It brings order to many of Earth's citizens, but it is fundamentally an organization to exploit Mars. This causes outbursts of rebellion from those who emigrated there. June 4th, AG7. An alien civilization known as the Feloon attack for the first time. Humanity finds itself in an unprecedented crisis, as most of its Mars bases are captured in a matter of days. June 7th, AG7. The Feloon begin their invasion of Earth. Major cities around the world suffer tremendous damage. March 16th, AG8. The Terran Coalition discovers the Feloon base. The artificial probe in question is christened the Mobile Planet, and a large fleet, the Vanguard Fleet, is assembled to score a decisive victory in a direct attack against it. August 10th, AG9. The Vanguard Fleet begins its expedition as the homeworld suffers. Multiple Almarinian cities, starting with Vastland, are lost. Uprisings continue one after the other. Some countries are even destroyed by them. November 21st, AG9. The Vanguard Fleet is defeated. Despite numerous sacrifices to reach the mobile planet's surface, chaos among ranked officers and the enemy's new undulation armor bring it to its knees. November 22nd, AG9. Theo, a young girl referring to herself as Lucius, takes an incomplete Feloon weapon and makes contact with the Terran Coalition's Daniel Fleet. The Daniel Fleet. April 9th, AG10. Roy Beckett begins his training in a new weapon called X-Breed. While in training, he encounters a Feloon digger and is unable to destroy it. June 15th, AG10. The SDF makes its assault on Feloon. Not only does it destroy the mobile planet, mobile planet's destroyed, but it also settles the entire war with the Feloon. July 1st, AG10, the SDF makes a triumphant return to Earth. The Terran Coalition forces, fearing the accusations of responsibility for the Feloon War, takes core officers of the SDF, including Daniel O'Brien, into custody as war criminals. July 15th, AG10. The SDF officers in custody are court-martialed and sentenced to death. August 3rd, AG10. The Seraph report leaks. Documents belonging to the late Meredith Seraph, Commodore of the Vanguard Fleet, leaked to the public. The Council's most hidden secrets go viral. November 26th, AG10. The Terran Coalition falls into chaos. Incarcerated SDF officers, including Daniel O'Brien, are released by the Council's anti-chairman contingent supported by the public. Every aspect of the political process enters gridlock. December 7th, AG10. The Terran Coalition dissolves. The world is thrown into chaos over the redistribution of wealth and power. So is this part way up here? June 15th, SDF makes its assault on Feloon. Is that the events of the game? and then we destroy the mobile planet, and then all of this is stuff that happens after? Or was that a previous attack? And then at the start of the game, the world is currently in chaos over the redistribution of wealth and power. I don't know. Wait, let me try something.
へえ、急増にしちゃそれっぽくできてんじゃん。
純正の制御機構の大部分は取り除いて。
No, that doesn't count. There's a trophy for skipping every cutscene. It doesn't count if you go to access them in the thing here. But also there's one missing. There's the one where you talk to the ghost of Grotto Nono and decide to not smash the little hard drives containing the twins' brains. Artwork, this is what I came for. Oh, these are the stills. From the cutscenes. I want concept art though. That's a big mouth. Copyright 2012. Man, I gotta do an audit of my list of games because this is twice now where these are 2012 games but they're in my 2014 list. This one says 2013. Making of. There we go. Here's the concept art. What bad posture. Those aren't the menu screens that I know. Oh, that was just their original plan for the main menu. Storyboards. Oh boy. Storyboards always weird me out. It's so much effort. Well, like here, like these sketchy drawings, this is more like it. But like those really fancy drawings on the storyboard always feel so wasteful. Like it should be the sketches to give you the idea, and then you put all of that high quality effort into the actual product. Don't you think? Wait a minute. Epilogue 1. It's like this is a scene that never happened. Oh, maybe they changed it. Does Arrange and Original version have different cutscenes? Is that what this is telling me? The beta version. I can't make it move around. I can open the boosters, and I can... Oh, those are Lucius. Those little glowing balls. It's really weird that I can't rotate it. Touchpad? Touchpad does it? That's so weird. Ah. Got bugs flying in my face again. It's got like a little handle there so you can hold it like a gun. Okay, so leading sire was Grata's mech, and the broodmares were the others on his team. It's a fleet fragment. Well, and that's it for the gallery. Ooh. Well, that filled up the time. All right, I'm going to call it here and get to bed at a reasonable time. Next week, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be playing. There's a game that I should be playing. I don't kind of want to. And I'll have to like do some save file fudgery to get it to work, but if I do that, then I'll play that, and if I don't, I'll play a bunch of random different stuff instead. But for now, I'm heading to bed. Have yourselves a good night. Thanks for watching through the confusing first half and the goes nowhere second half. I'll see you next time.